Hi there folks, welcome to Dunsy's Guitar World. Today's video is a bit different from my usual longer Saturday videos. In those ones I tend to do like a song, a couple of bits of a song and various sounds from my guitar. But today I'm featuring two pieces of cool musical equipment. Now about 2 weeks ago my friend Janny came round and he loaned me a bunch of what I would describe as posh pedals. Now I'm not a huge pedal user, not a huge user of pedals. I have a Line 6 M9 which I've used for years, or I have a little sort of Donner thing, that's all I really use. So he dropped off a bunch of posh pedals. One of them is this. The RYRA Klone. Now I'm aware of the Klone pedals, super expensive. I'd never tried one before. Overdrive pedals aren't really my thing. I tend to just use the amp overdrive. But I plugged this in and I was completely blown away. Now I will say there are people on the internet, on YouTube, who have done brilliant demos of this pedal. This is perhaps not one of those videos. So I plugged this in. Now a background here, I spend a lot of time just jamming away on tracks, you know, like if I'm trying to do sound samples of a guitar or an amp or something like that, like I just jam away with backing tracks. This one's from Now You Shred. Please do check out Now You Shred. It's not a sponsored episode. And I was just jamming away. So I'll plug this in to my Kemper, which is set at a Michael Britt Fender Champ, 1974 Fender Champ, which I believe is just like a tiny little amp, maybe 6 or 8 watts. It's just got an 8-inch speaker. And I plugged this in and it just sounded absolutely fantastic. It sounded so good. And I thought, I need to match this with an appropriate guitar. So the guitar I used is my 1981 Greco EGF850, which I really need to do a full video on. I've done a couple of short ones and stuff like this. This is a very nice guitar. It's all stock. It has the PU2 pickups, which killer sounding pickups, kind of PAF voiced, I guess. Not my usual sort of thing. I tend to use more kind of high output bridge pickups, but this is just a lovely sounding guitar. And with the Greco and the RYRA, if that's how you pronounce it, and the RYRA, and the 1974 Fender Champ, it was just, what a sound, what a sound. So the video, like I say, it's not my normal sort of thing. This is just me jamming away for 10 minutes. For 10 minutes. There's no song as such, it's just a lead guitar wailing away. I'm not normally a wailer, but lead guitar wailing away. Different settings on this. What I did was I set up my camera to kind of capture. I was changing it live, it was all done live. I was changing this live, changing the gain, the treble and the output. So there's like a little camera up in the corner which shows you the setting I was using. So it's all live, it was done in one take. Now to make it more entertaining, you know, if you're playing for 10 minutes, if you're playing a solo, a guitar solo for 10 minutes, I'm going to be repeating some stuff. You know, I'm not that imaginative. I've got 10 minutes worth of noodles in my head that don't repeat. And secondly, there's going to be some errors. That's how I would put it, errors. So I've not been overly critical. You know, if I didn't finger a note properly, I've not counted that as an error. But there are some which are just, in Scotland we would say honking. There's a few honking notes there. So I've put them down as, I've noted them on the video. The wee thing will come up and say wrong, where I think I'm playing the wrong note. And then there's other ones where I'm kind of veering a wee bit off the beaten track, and I'm thinking I could legitimately say I'm just putting a bit of jazz in there. So that's today's video. Today's video is a 1981 Greco Super Real EGF850. A very nice guitar through a RYRA Klone, which is a very nice pedal. Janny's selling this, I don't know if I might end up buying it. And a Fender Champ, just a tiny little practice amp. And I'm playing along with a Now You Shred backing track. So if you manage to get more than sort of 2 minutes in, I don't think I made any mistakes in the first 2 minutes. Thereafter, kind of meandering in between the right and wrong bits. But it is what it is. I'm just like everybody else, you know. I just sit and put a backing track on and just jam away, you know, like everyone else. We're all just noodling away in our spare rooms with headphones on. As ever folks, it's a privilege and a pleasure bringing you content on Dunsy's Guitar World. Cheers for now.